Hello, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Oh, I've had a roller coaster of a weekend. But hey ho, here we are. We're back. And go buttons. That one. Alright, there we go. So, welcome back to Monster Sanctuary. When last we left off, we had managed to defeat the boss of the Sun Temple, and we now have the koi, which should allow us to swim. Where's the koi? No, really, where is it? Interesting. Oh no, hang on, we didn't get the koi, we got the egg for the koi. There we go. Crack that bad boy open. There you are. Perfect. Sushi. There you are. Now you're actually in my listings. Alright, what have you got then? Okay, crits, lots of water damage. Equal parts, okay, so you're a attacking support. Didn't we say we needed one of those? Equal parts magic and physical. Critical chance increases the chance to dodge enemy hits by 20% of the value. Applying both, there's a chance to apply 2 charge stacks equal to this monster's crit. Okay. If we ever come up with a build that would fit that, we can maybe make that happen. But yes, we can now swim. So we want to head. Yeah, we want to head all the way down here, back to the bottom. Oh, we also, yes, important thing. So, inventory. We picked up a shift stone. Okay. I'm being very careful not to press any buttons too aggressively here. Right, so this lets us kind of evolve. Okay. Neat. Okay. And it said these are rare. Tempted to just, yeah, give you bleed out. Bleed stacks on enemies are not removed when they take bleed damage. That also does put his stats through the roof, so yeah. Abyssal Megalodon. And I just got the achievement, beautiful plumage. Alright. So yeah, you are now a absolute terror. You are going to be inflicting bleed like the best of them. Quick equipment check. Do we have anything that improves crit chance? Because I feel like that's going to be important. We also have this, but we don't know how to use it yet. Ah, yes. Okay, that seems to be the only one that we have that does crit chance at Pleasant. We do got the staff, but Megalodon's more of a magic attacker, so we'll stick with the with the Qatar. Alright, keep an eye out. Zoom. Hey buddy, how you doing? Have you been since last we met? Since I climbed down for this tower? Okay, he doesn't know much about the keys. Found the one in Snowy Peaks and the one here in Sun Palace. Next one should be in Horizon Beach. Eastern border beyond the ancient woods. Okay. Yeah, so we want to go back to the stronghold and finding out the far door. We also need some sort of swimming ability to get through there. Alright, let's do the business here first. Does that actually change your... No, it hasn't. Okay. Yeah, this status effect build is turning out to be something pretty bloody special. Which bleed out should only improve now that we are not losing bleed stacks. Okay. Koi. I see, I hold the button and then it... Gotcha. One, go. Dang it. Let's maybe try and establish... Okay. Has unlocked that. It should actually make things easier. Boosh! Level badges, nice. And another switch stone. Oh! Sorry, no, that's different. Shift stone and switch stones are different. Yeah. Shift stone lets me pick light or dark. Words. Shift stones lets me pick light or dark. Switch stones lets me change that decision at some stage. If I decide I don't like it. So that one. Blob statue. Still plenty more treasure around here to get yet. Oh, don't bonk your head. And another switch stone. Actually, here's something we can check. Let's head back to the frosty area, because now I can swim and I can handle cold water. Oh crud! And I can bundle my jumps. But yeah, let's see what's right down the far end of the right down the far end of the frozen lake. Dang it. Eh, whatever. We are gonna completely eat these guys alive. And yeah, of course. expect. Crunch, crunch. Wow, look at that. Vicious. Absolutely vicious. Nice. And spectral flame for even more. Man, we're getting unlucky today. Nice. Okay, the team is almost there. I think once we get the other boys up to level 20, that'll be... Yeah, so just 3 of these dudes. Okay, let's... Everybody gets glory, because we want them crits. Jeez. 100 to 0. Just absolutely nuts. Oh, heat's picking up, excuse me. I discovered that my local store sells these big bags of popsicles basically by the kilo. So I have gotten myself lots of them, and I just melted them in a big pint of water, so I have some very, very tasty cold water. DE destroyed. Right, that's how it opened up. Ultra attack has a chance to apply chill. Do we even want to bother? I think we do. Does congeal stack? I don't remember. Well, I'll tell you what though, I'll take feast. We're going to be handing out bleed stacks, so let's at least get some healing from it. But yeah, I don't remember if congeal stacks. I believe it does. Oh hey dude. Yes, okay, good. Feast combined with bleed out means that we now have per turn lifesteal. The subtlety be damned. Eggs. Yeah, get bugger all XP from that. Whoops. Gotta remember, when you're going through areas that are designed for you not having double jump, okay, at this rate I may actually want to put the sped up animations on just when I'm going through these less troubling areas. Even with physical resist, I can still just eat you alive. Spectral Wave should finish them all off. Yeah! Triple kill! Alright. Koi. Hey there, big guy. Okay, these guys are actually fairly strong. Actually, I guess, yeah, they would be, because it's expecting me to come back here after I've got the koi, so I know I'm at least level... They know I'm at least level 20. Okay, let's focus on you. Good stuff. This will be interesting to find out as well. Does bleed have an upper stack limit? The trouble is that most things don't tend to live that long. Destroyed. Another shift stone, good. And a skill potion. There was a particular skill for you that I wanted, wasn't there? Oh no, it was... Yeah, we already did that, didn't we? Yes, I remember now. Wasn't there something that I was doing with you? Remember, this is the problem when you take a weekend off on these games. Yeah, let's get some initial burn straight out of the gate. How much crit do you have? 21%. Not a whole lot, I'll be honest. Though. Actually, do I even want that? Yeah, let's give you the extra attack. Okie smokes. Now, there was another spot. Yeah, it was over there. What was that one? That was the blob statue, okay. Okay, head down here. Still don't have anything that can activate electric orbs. I wonder if I've maybe just gotten crushingly unlucky there. Come on, Pete. lift giant boulders. Hey, we're getting a whole bunch of these shift stones. Oh no, yes, we already did that one, didn't we? Yeah, because that opens that door. Yep. Okay, let's get back to the stronghold and finally get a move on. So we're going to be going to area that I should have done first, I'm told, but I ended up going entirely the wrong direction. Because if you look at the map, you can kind of see the path that I took. That I went around the mountain path, down into the blue caves, oopsed into finding the frozen peaks, explored around that, and then came into the Sun Temple from the other side. Let's stop in. Driving to Michigan. Okay, what are you going to be doing in Michigan? Wait, that's quite a drive for you, isn't it? Quite a long way. Alright, hey matey boy. Yes, I have many eggs. There's potion, nice. Boop, boop, and one minotaur egg. This monster army is turning out to be fairly substantial. 7 outpost off. Oh boy. Oh, very nice. Alright, well, send the best regards from me. Hope you two have a lovely time. Alright, nothing I really want to upgrade at present, even if I could. I'm going to check with the clothier again, because wasn't there... I have a funny feeling that there's like an outfit that I've missed or something. Hey friendo. Magma Chamber, Keeper Master, Mystical Workshop. Found in Snowy Peaks. Where have I not explored in this? Okay, there's only one place in the Snowy Peaks that I haven't explored, and I need, like, some flavour of... Yeah, I need the invisible platforms. Electric orbs, air dash, there's diamonds, things that I don't know how to use yet. Alright, so... Hey, I'm finally strong enough. Face the Stronghold Dungeon and the Ancient Woods. You may proceed. Thank you! Okay. Seems ominous. Hi. Prison cells. Luckily, yeah, What exactly are you expecting? Buttons, okay. Good stuff, alright. Let's close these back up. Alright, thanks for the treasure. I don't know why the teleport stone was in the prison. Oh, hey there, little dude. What are you? Crackle Knight and a purple crummy. Interesting. Very bad time. Good stuff. Fucking ruined. I'm a little biased against Burger King because, like, the one time, ouch, that hurts. The one time that I ever went, it was not a great experience because it was one of those Burger Kings that has been like lost to time. Claws. Okay, I'm gonna read like the actual text on. There we go. Let's read the actual text on Blade. Deals damage at the start of the turn based on the applying attack, then half the blow. Right. It does not seem to be doing a lot of damage. Weird. Ah! Oh, I see. We are finding dark-shifted creatures already. Hey, rival. Julia. You're a lance now. Great! You realise that being a monster keeper also means you've got some responsibility to take care of the sanctuary and all the monsters, right? I mean, yeah, it's kind of implied. Since we're the spectral keepers. Anyway, if you've got the time, you should come to the ancient woods. Goblin tribe's been getting rowdy. There's rumours of a new goblin king who's rallying the tribes. They've got a new war boss. They're gonna zog him good. Okay. You want to team up? Alright. See you there. Have a good crumping. I'm going to keep exploring around here. Corn. It gives you health. We've got our sonar vision. Works. I need the money. Okay. Let's try and start turning some of these into dead ends, shall we? Ooh. Okay, I'm guessing you're like the evolved version then. Two. Stab. Nice. So what's different? Oh! Yikes, okay. That's what's different. You get some flame damage on top of everything else. So special wave going. Not great, not terrible. There we go. Just that little bit of extra sustain from Feast is making the difference. Oh, we got a light Grimmy out there. Alright. Aha, pull out some cracks. Where on earth is this taking me? Oh, hang on. Is this going to then open up a loop back to the blue cage on the other side? Not a bad shot, exactly. Having a nice time. See if we can get nice. And then... Well, you must be resistant to water damage. So, I just want to confirm something. You said before that, like, I was meant to do this area before. Like, I was supposed to do this a lot sooner. But all of the monsters here seem to be broadly at my level. We don't have the... Yeah, so nice. Unless, like, they've changed it where I do have level scaling. I don't know. I'm not complaining though. It certainly makes grinding a lot easier if stuff is just staying at my level. Correct. Nice. Okay. Okay. Door that I can't open from this side. Most mysterious. An old path particularly to keep a battle tutorial into the dungeon forest before heading to the peaks. Huh. Well, here we are, I guess. Yeah, I haven't gotten a Crackle Knight yet. Should get one through here though if I keep fighting these things. And jump. Getting Lots of grummy eggs. Straight for the forest, it might be lower dungeon peaks, some temple part of the same strata. I don't know. Still need electric orbs. Shall we mark that? Guessing it's going to be the Crackle Knight that gets me it, but there's only one way to find out. Straight. There we go. One of these days I'm gonna do something horrible to my back, I just know it. Let's just eat you. Health back. What the hell are you weak to? Weak to magic damage. Uh-huh. Guess what, this guy's got none off. Okay, there does not appear to be a limit to bleed stacks. Managed to get up to 10. A dark shifted mad eye. You know what? Since as I've got the old Castlevania brainworms again, you shall be Peeping Eye. So, oops. Let's pretend that I'm about to do something here. Chance to resist debuffs. May apply an additional stack of any debuff. Additional stacks are only half as strong. I would need to look at your skills to say if any of that was worth it. Okay, you seem to be mostly poison-centric, which, yeah. Can you even get, like, multi-poison? Or is that not a thing? Get multi-regen, but not multi-poison. Yeah, I'll probably just donate both of those then. Bungled that jump, so let's try that again. You have never reached an upper limit on bleed stacks. Good to know. Right. Glide at the ready, please, and... flawless. Iron. That looks suspicious, hang on. Okay. Interesting. But why, though? Ah. I feel like I should point out that this is still a optional area that I've stumbled into. Get Glory out first, because we want those crits. Okay, so 0.3 bleed stacks right away. Oh, okay. Because it felt like the game was trying to get me to just go straight through and go into the forest. One of these days, I'm going to get a knock on my door, and there is going to be a cop who's going to ask me, do I know anything about the violent murder of a child or something that happened down the street from me? And I'm going to be like, oh, is that what all of that screaming was? I thought it was just another bloody Tuesday. Oh my god, they don't stop. So if Congeal stacks, guess what you get to have? Actually, what's that? Anti-cascade. Okay, don't need that. Okay, that brings us back out over here. I wonder if this is going to take me on a big old loop. No, but there is treasure. Gems of all varieties. And another switch we are not hefty enough to do anything with. Trying to pull your nose more, waving a carrot. Probably forgotten, but Will said there was a library in the dungeon with more info on the alchemists. I did forget that. But I didn't see him. Oh, yeah, no, of course. Because then that's where I was supposed to meet him before, wasn't it? I'm used to these games having, like, zero direction, so I'm just going off doing my own thing, honestly. These guys are super resistant to magic. Yikes! That was very rude of you. Dead. Poor spear boy is not going to do anything. 7 hits. Just handing out beatings. There we go. Let's get you some extra defense, because you are suffering sometimes. Meanwhile... this spear volley. Do we... I don't think we need that if our lizard boy is going to take it. Well, let's just go deeper into handing out more damage. Hey there, frog boy. Taking a break to examine the architecture of this place. Yes, it's brutalist. Most monsters are very peculiar about where they want to live. Which library should be in this direction. Ah! Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Oh. My keyboard. Alright. Oh god. Blech. Filth. Oh no, we are going to smell. Projectile sphere. Increases damage, healing and shielding by 15%. Each attack triggers 2 additional 20% damage hits. For only the small price of -8 regen. Ooh. I wonder, do we have anyone who's built for that exactly? Let's start getting you a little stronger, I think, because you are falling behind just a scooch. There we go. What was the block on that relic again? Hang on. Where's it gone? There it is. So it's... yeah, mana regen -8. Increases damage, healing, and shielding by 15%. Each attack triggers 2 additional 20% damage hits, with about even spread in stat boosts, with a slight favouring into magic. Tempted to say that Jackie should have that, or maybe Ether. Actually, but then again, it does specify healing and shielding, so I should probably give it to someone who can heal and shield. I guess this is kind of the problem with combo builder support item. Koi could use it. Didn't actually think that hard about what Koi. Yeah, so no, because Koi doesn't really have any non-attack. Oh no, you do have Mass Restore and Healing Wave. Chat? My chat went away. Hang on. Something's gone wrong. Somebody... weird. Okay. The chat log just disappeared for a second there. Anyway, yeah, so Koi can do some stuff with that. Though, yeah, I'm just, in particular, I'm kind of wondering what team this would fit into. Unless Koi is just one of those ones that, like, can fit into basically any team. Oh god, the filth. I should have to do the thing. Weird. Maybe it's a Twitch issue. Because I can still read you all fine, and it does show up, it just disappears after a couple of seconds. Now you know where I'm gonna go. Ooh, nearly. Hello there. Who's this champion monster? Kept staring at me menacingly. Just walked over to challenge it to a fight. You know what? Hey! He's learning! There's a good lad. Okay, you came, so I figured you could take care of this one. Alright. Ooh! What are you? Beetloid. Okay. Weak to earth damage? Well, aren't you lucky? So let's immediately get Pop. Everybody gets crits. And you get dunked. Charge beam. Ah! Yes, the old congeal is working beautifully. No need to use Ignite. Let's go Arcane Ball. No luck. Yeah. Alright, let's just hit you with the old Poison Bomb again. Yeah. And I'm gonna bite you. Get some health back. Oh, look at that. Macked. And we get ourselves the egg. Hip thrust. So, what do you do, dear friend? Okay. Bushy kick, okay. I don't know enough. I'm assuming that's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. So what do you do? Hup. Okay, equal parts lightning damage and sorcery buffs. Alright, if we ever want just like a balls out magic team. Which, who knows? This game being what it has been so far, that could yet happen. Alright. They will. High fives. No high fives. Boo. You can encounter it in one of the Yakuza games. Okay. Door. Why is the library underground? Why is the library not in a place where it can be easily accessed? But yeah, now I'm trying to remember. I don't remember which Yakuza game that would be in, because with a name like that, that sounds like it should be, what do you call it? Like a dragon. Vicinities as a rush. Yeah, no kidding. I'm having a great time. Alright. Thanks for dropping by. Enjoy your lurk. And, like I said, do send my best to the boyfriend. Okay, need more keys. Lord. Oh god. Blech. Ooh. Toxicuse. Alright. Weird things. So you don't really have anything that's especially effective, so let's just start applying some chill stacks. So many status effects. What context, please? Oh, you meant for me? Yeah, yeah, nightmare. Have one now that I think about it. I should make a redeem for technical play. Yeah, get nightmare. There's our boy. Yeah, big scary Hans. Right up to the mains. Okay, then build up some utility just for combo's sake. Sea Rage. And then nothing. Actually, what I should do in a bit is go back and try to get the Kirin from the boss fight. Another blob statue. Some mysterious little creature. What did I put for the other one? Treasure chest. Yeah, we tried that. We tried both the jibs and neither of them seemed to really do anything to it. And mysterious. They provide their blessing only when they feel it is appropriate. Let's focus on you. This should do it. There it is. Ah. Been gooped. I mean, I wouldn't want it to be, like, specifically status effects. Like I said, I would want it to be more, like, technical fighting. Because not every game has status effects. Get you out. But yeah, I'll think about it. If something comes to mind, then, like I said, I'll have a chat with Fox and get some more art done. Trickster figure then. Yeah, true. Lots of them in mythology I can work from. And a bit. What do we have here? To the puzzle of sorts. I mean, we're not trapped, we can just go back the way we came. Oh boy. Oh boy. Two to redeem. Nice. Alright, let's start pulling some levers. Okay. There we go. Just pull enough levers, eventually you get there. Alright. Now, I might have an idea already, but I would need to check certain things if I can get like a clean... I won't spoil what it is, but I would need to check some stuff to see if I could get a clean... thought so. A clean clip of a certain audio piece. A drum! Okay. Healing and shielding skills increase by 5%. Still haven't finished exploring all this yet. Magma chamber. Okay, let's maybe not. At least not until we can get the Varai suit. Chamber for all of the magma. Exactly. You've got to put it somewhere. No. Oh, I see. That's what it means by trapped in the puzzle. So I can't go back that way. Why are certain zones red? So, our boy here has sonar vision. So, if a room is dark, then it gets revealed in red sonar vision. So, for example, if I go up here, you see, and then if I switch, it goes dark. If I switch to this guy, it gets lit up. God damn it, it's locked me back in. You log Lamora. As much as he is legendary, I don't know how many people would get that joke. No! No! Oh, fuck. Ah. You're not going to make me use a fucking teleport stone just to loop back around, are you? I am a fool. I am the entire circus. Okay. Glide. Because I apparently cannot be trusted not to bonk my fucking head. Nut. There we go. We still have the key that we need to get into... where was the library again? Far left. There we go. Assume I am willing to part with the 2 copper kettles and a bowl of piss for a mystery boy. You still have to convince me that you are worthy of the bowl of piss. Which is, for those who don't know, that is a quote from The Lies of Loch Lomond. It's a very, very good book about fantasy con artists. I have double jump, therefore it is necessary. What do you mean? I am obligated to use double jump because it's there. No luck. Damn. Actually, you guys are going to... Oh, you're going to wind damage, which is the one thing I don't have on this team. Whatever, get chewed on. Exactly, he gets it. How are you doing solar rays when we're this far underground? Ubisoft bioweapon. God, that. You're gonna make me go and watch that video again now. It's like the old meme of just like anytime someone mentions Deus Ex or System Shock, you go and reinstall it. Whereas now, anytime somebody mentions Resident Evil 6, I go back and watch the series of us playing it. It is still far and away the series that I am the proudest of, and like. Get Glory out. But yeah, I fucking love that series. I'm just so happy with how much fun it was just to do, you know? Still need an egg from you boys. Go on, after time capsule. This is true. Because I started VTubing midway through it. I also like the phonetic accent that you put in there, specifically outing me as a VTuber, because I'm British. And apparently being British means you have to talk like you're from fucking Essex. Despite the fact that I'm from bloody Oxford. Jump, jump. it, still no luck on those eggs. I'm never going to get myself a seahorse on this raid. Or a sewage horse, considering. Oh, hello. Some nice dusty tomes down here. Uh-oh. What are you boys? Where's that book of history? Another alchemist. Smite him! Surprise, keeper of monsters. That wouldn't have to happen to be a spectral familiar, would it? Yes, I'm going to stick him up your arse. Once you get internet good enough to stream fictional characters, Toby Meyer deems. Don't see why not. That's basically what I've done. Yeah, this guy's weird. Bad feeling. One of the alchemists. Double team. Fuck him up. Wee. Uh-oh. Ugh. Are we having a party? Sure. Not as such, chimes. There should be cause for celebration very soon. 2 spectral keepers, huh? The master will be quite pleased with us. Master, you say? This party's getting crazy. Let's rock. Alright. Okay. His team is some stuff that I don't really know much about, but otherwise not much exciting. But you do have a lot of evade, though. You look like you're going to be a support problem, so let's remove you first. It's not paralysis, it's shock. So, if you ever take... hang on. Yeah, if you ever take damage while shock is active, you take an extra hit. We might not hit much with this, but best we've got. What, you mean like this? Anything? Yeah, ice spears will do more damage to you. We've got just so much more sustain than this guy does. Slowly escalating debuffs might be a problem. Okay, don't need to do anything to the monk because he's going to die next turn. Let's start working on you. Nice. Okay, how much? Not a lot. Okay. So if we ignite you to immediately remove you from the fight. Basically, yeah, he's out. And Sea Rage on you. Even with regen. Even in their droves, they are weak. Oof, a Megalodon is getting hurt pretty badly. Quick regen on you. Yeah, I like how we are obeying the rules of monster battling, where I only get 2 attacks because I got first turn, and also I am not drop kicking this man. in my eternal hunt for a running dropkick button that has begun with Arcade Spirits. Okay, this is a really bad time to need to pee. I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. So, I'm actually thinking about strategy. You're about to go down. You've got no backup left. Let's remove you, because I think you're the biggest threat. Yeesh. Ow. Okay, that's our front liner down, unfortunately, but let's bring Wisp in. You will start applying shields. Okay, Crackle Knight fairly potent with all those charge stacks. Would not have guessed. Poison for big damage. Really insulting. Kill you with neutral damage. Nice. Box of goodies. I was getting ahead of myself. Won't be so careless next time. Charms more successful than me. Perhaps there can be a celebration after all. Don't worry, I'll just kill him next. Also, I just, like, let him run past. Why didn't I punch him out? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, where's your frog? Really wrong happened. I lost against him, but I don't understand what happened to afterwards. How many times I go over it in my head? Breathe, man. I just disappeared after I lost the battle. Uh-oh. Fine, I promise you that. Yeah, what the hell happened? This is the second time this has happened. The alchemists know something, that there's some trick where they can hijack people's monsters. This is worrying. Yeah, back at the library later. Alright. Okay. I need more balls. Hope he's alright. Okay. There's just one path that we haven't explored down here, and then we can go through to the forest. It must smell just absolutely rancid in here. It is, yeah, it is to the right. once we've finished exploring this path, I'm going to head back and we're going to try our hand against the boss monster arena. So I can see if I can get that Kirin. It's grossly unhelpful, okay. Nice. Electric orbs that I still cannot interact with. Oh, this brings me out to the ancient woods. Okay. Ah, but now I can't get out the way I came. Okay, I think I get it. I think this is meant to be a shortcut. Hey, wasn't expecting that to work. Oh shoot, I didn't even... Yeah, didn't even check. Idiot. There we go. Okay. You've got to be very specifically placed for that to work. So, how many electric orbs are there? A bunch. A mini bunch. Okay. So we're going to head back and we're going to try our hand against the Kirin again to see if I can get 5 stars on that one. So we still need to do Kirin and Kanko. Alright. We fell just short before, but we're a lot better kitted this time. Let's try and get... No, let's get Toxic out first. Nice. Wiped out more than 1/3 of its health in a single turn. Whoa, look at that. Just absolutely brutal. And then we can just immediate claws to finish it. Wiped. Let's go. Kirin egg. Alright, and you shall be nightmare. Perfection. So, what do you do? Shocker, it's lightning damage. Oh no, but you do have some support abilities as well. Supply shock. Exit supports. Yeah, so... lots and lots of buffs. Unique aura. Whenever an allied monster removes a buff from an enemy with an attack, there's a 50 chance... Oh, okay. Extra damage if I'm... Yep. Ah, there we go. And then cleanse. Every hit has a chance to remove buffs. Synergies. Okay. Receive 4% reduced damage from a debuffed enemy for every debuff on them. Multi-shock. Ooh. Would that actually be... You know what? Let's get you built out. Because you might be good if we're ever up against something that is like very specifically weak to lightning damage. Yeah, get those. Where was multi-shock again? Disease control. There we go. Multi-shock is on T3. Deals extra damage. Charge. Do we have... Can we get charge with you? I don't think we can. Let's at least give you some defense and some support. Ah, there we go. When this monster applies a buff, gain charge. Like that. Healing wave, definitely. Let's get you some magic as well. Okay. Yeah, this... Remember that Nightmare is around. We could turn that into something fairly useful if we're up against something that very specifically needs, you know what, I think you can have the projectile sphere. You're going to need some defense. That should do nicely. Now, what's the other one? Okay, you're not exactly exciting either. Let's get you some toxic straight away because we've got the burn. Look at that, just half his health gone in one. Get some more statuses. No such luck. Dang it. Yeah, got unlucky there, wasn't able to apply any more chill stacks. Instead, you are going to receive a beating. Dang it. If I'd killed it that turn earlier, that probably would have done it. It's only 80 points short, right? Try that again, we basically had it. So, everyone gets glory. Try Aqua Blast. Oh wait, actually, yeah, because Aqua Blast specifically says cannot be dodged. Let's try. It doesn't do a lot, but it does apply more stacks. Bleed stacks. Disgusting. There we go, that's the 5 stars. Got the Kanko egg. What's a good name for a box spirit, I wonder? Oh, there's a name for these things in Japanese, but I don't remember it. Yeah, I remember the translated version, so we'll go. There we go. Okay. And what's your deal? Okay. Decent arrangement of buffs. Increased critical chance. Giant's Bane. Okay, quite aggressive. But with lots of buffing on the side. Reaching for QB? Maybe? So that's an electrical. That requires the morph ball. That requires a fireball, which we still don't have. Okay. You know, I want to get back to making progress. I will worry about doing the electric orbs another time. So let's... Oh, hey, you're back. Thinking about some things. Yeah, I bet it does. We knew won't be gone for very long, Will. We're on to the alchemists. Hell yeah. You know, I'm surprised that, like, there hasn't been as much, like, really direct rivalry between the four of us. Hell yeah, attaboy, Will. Did you find some information? Ah! About 300 years ago, the ancient order of alchemists came to the sanctuary after they were banished everywhere else. They somehow managed to break through the sanctuary's magical barrier and entered. Eventually, they revealed themselves to the Monster Keepers. The leader of the alchemists, Marduk, made a grand speech trying to appeal to the Monster Keepers. He spoke of pushing back against those that pushed them all into the sanctuary. With the combined powers of the Monster Sanctuary and the alchemists, they would be able to conquer the old world. However, most of the Monster Keepers were unwilling to start a war. As the current Keeper Master put it, the sanctuary was all that they needed, and there was no reason for bloodshed. He allowed the alchemists to stay regardless, which was a mistake. alchemists were bitter and angry about the fact that we were constrained to live in the monster sanctuary. In times of old, they used to practice their craft for the kings of the old world, earning plenty of riches and fame for their order. Alchemists plotted a conspiracy and gathered monster keepers around them that aligned with their views. In their view, monsters were nothing more than a tool to be used to regain the power they once had in the old world. Luckily, the alchemists got caught before they could spring their plan into action. The monster keepers believed that they put an end to the ancient order. However, the leader of the alchemists was never found. Stretch. There were rumours that Marduk had found a way to gain immortality for himself. So perhaps he's still around somewhere in the sanctuary. It says that he always wore a devil mask. That's all I can find. Perhaps if we found more alchemists, we'd get more information from them. Yeah, maybe don't let them, like, run off next time. That's like the third time this has happened where you've just let the bad guy run off and... What to do with spectral monsters? They do seem to have an affinity for stealing monsters from people. Stabs. And that'll finish you. Apple glass for the spectral monsters are immortal. Good point. Still no luck getting the eggs around here. Just occurred to me that I should have dropped off the eggs that I had while I was in the stronghold. It's fine. Once we find the teleporter in the main area, in the ancient forest, we'll use that. Real bad fucking day. Splat. You think you can arcane bolt me? Take this. Lightning egg. Dark shifted already. You know what? I think Nightwing is a perfect name for you. Okay, so you do wind damage with a very minor in bleed. Mostly buffed, though. Oh, you do have a... hang on, passive. Oh, you start with bleed out. Okay. Interesting. Honestly, I think we're pretty happy with where we stand on that kind of damage. Yeah, let's upgrade. Oh, hang on. Nah, let's just keep pushing. Ice Spear Volley, that should be fun. Actually, oh, do we even need that? because Ashigaru can get that anyway, so... To improve your crit damage, because we like you having lots of crits. Yeah, whereas you can have Ice Spear Volley. Or... Yeah, we'll get Ice Spear Volley first, and then get Chilling Cold. Some sort of mega jump. Get up there. And this place just goes and goes, huh? Are you guys going to give me egg yet, or am I going to have to continue moulding? Oh wow! Huh! Ashigaru does not have enough mana at base to use Ice Spear Volley. Okay, we might need to give you something to fix that. Ruin your day. You both attacked the creatures that were resistant to lightning damage. Good work, the fucking pair of you. Destroyed. Another Nightwing egg. God damn it. There we go. Hey, you look familiar. Magma Moth. Immediately ice you. Yeah. Still really haven't found the means of evolving our creatures yet. I have an item called a cocoon that can supposedly let me evolve my creatures, but I don't know how to use it. Yeah, it's going good. We are making solid progress, and as always, this team is just completely unimpeachable. Yes. More skill points. I'm using the bite, the claws a lot, so let's get some extra on that. Right, so you, what can I do to? Yeah, we need to give you something that'll boost your mana. There we go. So, actually, look at the numbers. Yeah, 2, 2, 3. So he does actually have enough. I got an ability for one of my guys and then found out that they do not have enough mana, even like max mana, to actually use it. give yourself regen as much as you like, it's not going to help. Claw. Druid egg. Unfortunately, I already have one of those. Yep, can't regen from being dead. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Who's ready for some precision platforming? I'm not. Dang it. Okay, we're gonna have to thread some needles here. Let's go. 2 level badges. Ooh, what are you? Oh, a little pangolin. Mole bear. Sure, we've had owl bears. Why not have a mole bear? Everyone. Yep. Make it make sense. You can't. Nothing. I get really unlucky when I'm trying to apply status effects with Dante. Because he's got... Oh, nice. Speaking of getting unlucky. Grab some things for Springfest. Good. Enjoy. Have fun. Meanwhile, we're going to have a look at what this guy can do, and then we will probably wrap up for the day. Okay. Impale. Okay, you are a lot more aggressive than I thought. You've got like some shields. Also spends its turn without spending mana, it gains 25% of max health and gains barrier. And you can parry. Oh no, that's not parry. Gain charge. Okay, that's a lot more aggressive than I thought it was going to be. I figured something like that would be kind of a defensive tank. And Lion Fang. Ah. Only be equipped by beasts. I believe we have a beast, do we not? Yeah, it's a little weak, but with some upgrades we could make that work. Nice. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap up a couple of minutes early, because on one hand the heat is really fucking getting to me, and two, I also need to get some food before I go to work. But we'll be back again with more of this tomorrow, and let's head on over to the booth and see if there's anyone we can go and raid. What do we have? What do we have? Who's about? We've got some chatting. Got some people doing art. Yeah, you know what? Here's somebody that that we can go and raid and have some fun. Raid. Coma. Hang on. There is an underscore. Kengu. There we go. He's a delightful alien cowboy. No, I'm not making that up. But yeah, doing some just chatting today. But we'll be back again tomorrow with more of this, and hopefully we can figure out what the hell's going on with these Mars weirdos and why we keep letting them run away. Anywho, until tomorrow, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you then. Good night. Much love.